mud patch today, and I'm going to do, had a couple of suggestions. I try to do a comparison video with the Bigfoot watching me, the mud patch tree peeker. Got my mic on my hat. We'll see how that works today. All right, let's go. Let's go for a walk. Good boy, good boy. Wow. We better take a shot of this. So, I had filmed the entrance to this clearing, and man, they sure have this all piled up. And I figured they were just closing up the openings, right? And I believe that's exactly what they're doing here. And last fall was the first, you can see from the top up there, right there, and there's one coming down. That was all they had here. Another one going this way, and we've got 3 big ones right on top of each other here. 3 big ones right in here. Yeah, it's this is very, I find this very interesting because they do things like this at a very slow pace, so that you don't notice the change, the shift. But they are filling up this gap. They're filling up this opening. And all the little birds are coming with us. You know, the chickadees. Okay. I had that constantly being watched feeling, like something's really watching you, right? And for those who have experienced that, it is it's almost, you almost want to run. But I knew what it was, right? And I know it was one of them, and that's why I did that. I put him to my back, and I wasn't sure where exactly he was, other than, you know, I knew kind of the direction where he was standing or back there. I didn't know he was right to the edge of the tree line behind me, right? And for those that were wondering, that was about 40 feet behind me, and when we get there, we'll do the walkabout there. And it's okay, Sammy. It's all right. You all right? Sam, come. You okay? It's all right. It's all right. He's a little bit whiny today. I got my mic sitting on my visor today because I noticed, I'm not sure if you guys caught it in my second visit over to the White Birch Bigfoot clan in that new location. I actually heard my heart at one point because I had the mic sitting right on my chest. So it's I'm sure you might notice here, our leaves are starting to turn. We've been having a bit cooler temperatures, which I've been enjoying, and it makes it really nice to go hike. It's very comfortable. Okay, we are here at the mud patch. Are you coming in, Sam, or are you staying out? Okay, we're going in. Going in. Not sure, for some of the new subscribers, there's 3 areas that I visit here next to my farm, and each of the areas, there's one of those sitting at there's like a game trail to go in, right? It's always, there's 3 of them, and I don't know if they just appeared at the entrances to these game trails, or they've always been there, but I had never really noticed them before. Those stones, there's granite stones showed up on right from the entrance from the field into the bush, into the trees. But I've got to find that spot now. We're gonna do a little bit of a comparison video here. I found the spot. Okay, what I'm gonna do here, and I believe, yep, that's the tree. I need to bring this camera up higher to where I was. Okay, yep, that's good. Alright, so this is where I was. I'm going to focus in on that tree. That's the area he was standing right behind there. And I'm going to go walk back there. It looks a little bit different. We've lost a lot of the leaves. Time of day. We've got an overcast sky today, and so that's going to make a big difference here too. Okay, I'm going to walk back there, and I'll keep talking to you. I can do that now with this wireless mic system. Mic just popped off. I'm not sure how he would be standing here and moving like this, right? And there was a lot more leaves in the front here. So that's the tree. That is the tree. And I think what people were noticing too where is that tree now? Oh yeah, right there. You see his face was about right up in there, right? And I think I was kind of down there a little bit. It's this dark area, right in this area here, that was kind of behind me and beside me, right? And if there would have been another one there, he would have been in this tree here or right behind it. Behind this bunch of trees right here. It's kind of thick right there. And I think that's what people were seeing behind me, because I would be standing, my camera right now is sitting right on the game trail, right exactly where I had my 2 feet planted and the camera facing like it is now, right like so, right? Let's see if I can get this right. So it would have been like so, and I was talking away and I was moving my hands and doing all that good stuff. Somebody made the comment like, quit moving your hands already so we can see. Like, I have no idea what I'm feeling behind me, right? I have no clue other than I could hear him and I could feel him, and it had followed me, it shadowed me all the way to this point, because I was coming from down that way. That's the game trail, and I walked up this way. I heard him walking beside me in the trees over here, and I think I said in the original video, right after I said that, I heard walking. I had said, okay, I just heard something walking beside me, so this is where I stopped, and put my back to it, and I was a little uncomfortable. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but I was kind of freaking out a little bit. But and this is what I put to my back, right? And so I was moving my hand obviously right in view of where he was standing, and I had no idea. So the person that made that suggestion, like, quit moving your hands so that we can see, I don't know where he is, right? I only know what my ears were telling me and what my senses were telling me. And so yeah, I'm talking about stones, I'm talking about the trails, I'm talking about granite. And see, I'm doing it again. My hands move. I talk a lot with my hands, and when I get nervous, they move even faster. We will work with what we got here today. I'll put it together for you. I'll do my best and see what we get. So I'm thinking here is where people were seeing things, and of course where he was back there. And I think somebody was seeing something on this side of me too. So, but again, we were dealing with probably about noon, 2 in the afternoon. Sun was shining, different shades, different shadows, and a lot more leaves, right? So, but we'll work with what we got for a comparison video. In the meantime, Sammy's getting really whiny all of a sudden again. Okay. I think what's going to be nice about this mic as well is this wireless mic system. I think what's going to be really nice about it is it's not going to pick up all the crunching on the ground that I make and the interior noise on the camera. I think that it's going to be void of all of that. So nothing really going on the mud patch. It's pretty dried out. I don't see any. Oh, maybe. That almost looks like a track right here. To use a filter on that one. Any tracks here? Wow, those are pretty. Everything's going yellow, Sammy. Our summer's disappearing. What was that? Was that me or was that a wood knock? I don't know what that was. I think it was just me breaking a tree. There's still a bit of those tracks there. Big bear tracks. Still a little bit of them left. Nothing new though. Wait a minute, Sam. Nah. Moose. They almost look like a moose track. Hang on a second. I'm going to clean that out. Get a better look at that. Yeah, I would say that's I think that's a moose track. You did good. Good boy. Onward home. So, video comparison. I hope it works out good. Gotta get used to all these wires and wires and clips and I thank you guys for being here, hanging in there. You know, a lot of times I want to go out and I pack up my gear, I get everything loaded, start pouring rain. So I was like, not so much for that one. Unloading your gear, putting everything away, charging everything back up. But yeah, it's thanks for being patient. Hello? Sammy left me. Maybe there I just got a really strong smell. Hello? I swear I can hear walking, but then I'm learning that a lot of times when I do hear something, you start listening so intently that you start hearing your heart beating in your ears. It's true. And then it sounds like ch, 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 right? And I just heard a wood knock behind me. Yeah, I did hear a wood knock to my left, like 5 minutes ago when we were walking along the tree line here. But anyway, I often wondered, and do they travel, right? Do they have clan meetings or gatherings? Like, there's so much that we don't know. But they must go, and or once come here. I mean, they have to have like offspring, relatives, you know, extended families. They have babies, right? Well, I mean, we know that. I'm still waiting to hear from a gentleman that has a story. He's not sure. He's still thinking about whether or not he wants to be on camera or even have his voice on camera. And for me, I can tell his story, but when you hear him talk about it, I mean, you feel that when you hear it from the actual person's mouth, and there, you know, you get their body language and all that stuff. And when he first told me that story, I got really emotional just on how emotional he was getting telling the story, right? And he saw a large female with a baby, carrying a baby. He never believed in Bigfoot before that. Like, he thought anybody that did was crazy. And he had that experience. And he had that experience. I would start a wood knock. Something this way. There we go. Another one. But he witnessed this, right? And then he said, the memory that stayed in his mind and never left him was the little baby's eyes. As she was walking down, her back was to him, and this little one was on her shoulders looking at him, right? And he just, that little one wouldn't take its eyes off of him. And that's what he's left with, that memory. And pretty amazing story. And so we know they care for young, right? And then we know they have little ones. They have offspring, so they must have extended families. Like with even the bears or black bears or anything like that, when they have their offspring, they raise their young to a certain age, and then they kind of chase them out, right? And they got to go out on their own. And I'm not sure how these ones would do that. But they must find a mate, their own mates, and move to another area and claim their own territory, right? It's the natural thing. It's the natural order of things. Because if they're able to care and nurture and take care of their young, that speaks volumes to the species, right? It takes away a lot of the whole monster gonna kill you, eat you thing, right? Woodknock, you thing, right? Woodknock. When I start speaking about them, this is what happens. They're adding to the conversation. I really believe that's what they're starting to do as I go along here. Like when I get speaking about them and talking about them, they want to be part of it, and they do come, and you'll hear the Woodknock's vocalizations and stuff as I'm speaking. We got to be careful what we're putting in our ears, what we're listening to, and what we're filling our heads with. Ears, what we're listening to, and what we're filling our heads with. There's a lot out there. A lot of their rhetoric, right? Oh, I wouldn't be out here, right? I just wouldn't, because I would be filled with fear, and I would be afraid to even enter places where I thought they might be. And they're in the driver's seat, right? It's on them what they want to share, right? And they will tell us in ways that they know how. And then we just accept with what they are willing to give. And I've always approached this in that manner, and I've always said, I've always said to them out loud, you're in control, this is about you, whatever you share with me, I'm okay with, right? So, but anyway, we will make our way out. Oh, there's Sam. No, he left. Okay. I tell you, whenever they show up, he doesn't want to be here. There was like two snaps back there, like, right? Right? I could have swore I just heard a whoop. I'll know when I get home. Okay, everybody, so I'm going to sign off here. I think my next trip, I want to try Seven Creeks, either west or east. I'll know once I get down there how many, like if the traffic's really bad with hunters and stuff like that, I won't. And if that doesn't work, I'm headed to the river. Thank you, Louise. She sent me some pipe tobacco, and she wanted to know if I would leave some there for the little people. I am going to do that and leave some there with them, and I'm trying to make this little leather pouch, and we'll put some in there, and we'll leave that there along with some more gifts and treats, and I'm going to approach it a little bit different. I learned a lot from the last time I was there. I'm thinking with this new wireless mic system, it's going to be a whole different ball game, right? I heard another whoop. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. But anyway, so my next stop will be the river if Seven Creeks doesn't work out, and I'll see you down there. Bye for now.